Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Emmerdale star Michelle Hardwick responds to Vanessa Woodfield's surprise return. Emmerdale star Michelle Hardwick reprised her role as Vanessa Woodfield in Friday's episode, February 9th. A surprise cliffhanger saw Vanessa turn up at a remote cottage to visit her best friend Rona Goskirk, who has fled from the village with baby Ivy. Vanessa left the village for a new job in Canada in November 2022, with the temporary exit storyline written in to explain Michelle's real-life maternity leave. Michelle is now back filming as a show regular. Here, Michelle chats about Vanessa's reappearance and the big drama to come involving Rona. It is absolutely fabulous. I suppose I'm just going into work for a bit of a rest now. Laughs. I can maybe finish a cup of tea or nip to the toilet on my own without hearing, "Mummy, mummy." I'm loving it. I actually feel like I've never been away, even though it's been 14 months. I was worried about not being able to learn lines, but they have gone back in, thank goodness. Vanessa has been to Canada and she took her son Johnny with her. She was looking after all of these different animals and it was a sabbatical for just over a year. She was away in Canada having an absolute ball and now she's back. Out of the blue, Vanessa received a phone call from Rona, who said that she needed help and really needed her. Vanessa didn't ask any questions because she felt that there wasn't any time. She packed a quick bag for her, a quick bag for Johnny, jumped on a flight and came to see Rona. Vanessa turned up at the cottage where Rona is staying and saw Ivy there. Vanessa already knew about Ivy because obviously she's spoken to Rona while she's been away, but she had no idea that Rona had actually run off with the baby and essentially kidnapped the child. It's a massive shock to Vanessa. First of all, she's thinking, what the heck are you doing? There's blind panic running through her. She's also thinking, I'm here now, I'm an accomplice to this. Am I going to get done as well? What's going to happen to Johnny? There's all of that racing through Vanessa's head, but she also wants to help her friend. She tries to reason with Rona and says that they have to go back. She says that Rona won't be in any trouble, but Rona doesn't want to hear any of that. Vanessa is desperately trying to do the right thing. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, and it breaks Vanessa's heart as well. Vanessa is a mother and she can totally understand it, but she's also saying, you've got April at home, you've got Leo, they need you as much as Ivy does. So you've got to think of the bigger picture. But Vanessa absolutely understands that this would just be tearing Rona apart and the fear of losing this little baby is tenfold. Yes, she absolutely will. Vanessa does choose to tell people where Rona is and it's an awful, heartbreaking decision. There's barely any signal in this very remote cottage that Rona has found, but Vanessa finally manages to get in touch with the village. It's Mary that she manages to get in touch with. Mary then tells Marlon, and Marlon turns up at the cottage. Marlon also tells Gus, but he doesn't realize that Gus has told the police. They all turn up en masse and it's awful because Vanessa knows she's betrayed her friend, but deep down she knows she's done the right thing. Rona can't go on the run with this baby for the rest of her life, because that's no life for her or that child. The longer it would have gone on, the worse it would have been. But ultimately Rona will blame all of this on Vanessa, as always. Yes, Vanessa is going to go back into the village with Johnny. Then she's got all the trouble with Tracy to deal with, because Tracy and Nate are having really bad relationship issues. Vanessa thinks, I've been away now for over a year, I am coming home soon anyway. I think she just cuts it shorter than she would have done as she thinks Rona needs her, Tracy needs her, so that's where she now needs to be. Vanessa goes back to Canada to tie up everything there, gets all of her stuff and they come back for good. Vanessa doesn't know about Tracy's fling with Caleb first of all, she's just aware that Tracy and Nate have split up. Tracy is saying that she doesn't love Nate anymore and the marriage just wasn't right. Vanessa is like, it's only been 7 months. Vanessa tells Tracy that she'll stand by her and they'll get through it. She suggests that, if Tracy and Nate stay friends, maybe they'll get the spark back. Deep down, Vanessa thinks they'll get back on track, until it all comes out about the affair. Vanessa is so against affairs after what's happened to her in the past, but ultimately this is her sister. She does stick by her sister, of course she does, because she loves the bones of her. When Vanessa left, we left it on a very positive note between her and Susie. Even though they weren't together, they had a little kiss and it was all very lovely. But Vanessa is completely unaware of a potential relationship between Mary and Susie. Mary, who Vanessa sees as a mother figure. But Vanessa is totally oblivious to this. She's going to maybe try and get her relationship back on track with Susie, but whether Susie wants to or not, we'll have to wait and see. I managed to dip in and out. Obviously it's bath and bedtime for the kids when the show is on, but I have. I cried my eyes out at Tony Audenshaw's performance as Bob after Heath died. I just thought Tony, Susan Cookson, Wendy, Leslie Dunlop, Brenda, Gabrielle Dowling, Kathy, and all the other kids played a blinder. It was absolutely wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I know it sounds weird to say enjoyed, but they were really powerful episodes that really pulled at your heartstrings. I saw Tony the other day and told him that he had me crying my eyes out. Oh, lovely. Don't get me wrong, I've seen all of my close friends, they've come to visit and have seen the kids. I've kept in touch with a few of them. But just seeing people out and about and in the corridor and green room, it was so lovely. It was the crew as well and the makeup room, it was such a nice welcome back. People said you've been so missed and that's really nice. I felt very welcomed and I'm really enjoying being back, juggling motherhood with work like loads of people do. I'm loving it and really pleased to be back.